The battle is not over. Sinn Féin forced you to introduce the bits you introduced this week. But alongside workers and families and businesses and carers and farmers, we're going to keep pushing for fairness. We're going to force you, Minister, to deliver the type of support that the families we represent desperately need. Let's call out what happened this week. Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael PDs voted against Sinn Féin proposals that would have actually substantially cut the cost of petrol, diesel and home heating oil, and instead they brought in measures that fall far short. And now we're arriving with a 2-cent cut to the Nora levy, and government expect applause. That isn't leadership, it's actually damage control. It's far too little, far too late. The reality is simple though. In a few weeks, today's tiny reduction is actually going to be wiped out by another carbon tax increase. It's classic Simon Harris. Give with one hand today, take back with the other tomorrow. But people see through it, Minister, especially in rural communities. People in communities who have no choice but to use their cars. Families who are depending on home heat and oil just to keep their home warm. For them, what you've announced isn't relief. It's actually downright insulting. And the same goes for farmers, already under huge pressure, facing soaring costs in green diesel and fertiliser, and the government's response doesn't even come close to recognising the scale of the challenge they face. But what's most telling in all of this is that even as the limited measures are being introduced, we have ministers already talking about how they're going to take them away and when. That tells you everything you need to know. The government is out of touch with the real pressures that people face every day. That has been long evident. But I want to make this absolutely clear. The battle is not over. Sinn Féin forced you to introduce the bits you introduced this week. But alongside workers and families and businesses and carers and farmers, we're going to keep pushing for fairness. We're going to force you, Minister, to deliver the type of support that the families we represent desperately need.